Hey y'all, Bay here, bringing you Captain Tsubasa Dream Team as always. And today, like I said in the previous video, I would like to cover the team skill. As of today, what is the best team skill? How to construct the team skill? What kind of combination is best per each type? In the previous video, I said this Matsuyama compared to Tachibana twin looks upsetting, but actually, agility types team skill is good. That's what I said, right? So let's go over in details so that you understand why I said that. Okay? So here's Yumikura that recently came in the past transfer. He's agility type, and what he does in his team skill is OMF or AM position character will all get 15% boost, or if not OMF or AM, you get 10 as long as your agility. Okay? And Napoleon, if you're European plus agility, you get 15, and if you're only agility, you still get 7, right? And Levin, this is skill type, like Napoleon. If you're European and skill type, you get 15, and if you're only skill type, you still get 7. Right? Sorry, it's all in Japanese. And Grande, he's agility again, and he boosts defender by 15%, whatever the color, plus not plus, but or even if you're not a defender, you still get 10% boost for if you're agility, right? And Leo, well, no, this is not right. Leo is not like the characters I just introduced. The ones I introduced now up to Grande are the characters that came after first year and campaign that has 15% boost at max, or somewhere around 10 to 7, right? To type. That will boost type all stats. Whereas the characters like Levin, Leo or like Pierre, the red Pierre, they had 15. But the other side was like 7. Even for this Leo, it's 7, but it only boosts South American, not skill type. And Pierre as well, he only boosts European. So it's harder for us to use someone like Pierre or Leo compared to like Grande or like Levin or Napoleon, because it's much easier for us to construct our team with type than nationality, for sure, right? Especially when it comes to like South American, there's not so many like Japan, so it's not easy. So what I want to say is, as you can see, there's no toughness in these. There's no toughness that has 15 or 10 type of team skill. There wasn't any until this very new Kazuo or Masao, I forgot which, but yeah. So, but then if you look here, there's so many agility and skill as well. And I didn't do a screenshot for Urabe, but he's skill type and he has 1510, so he's good. So that is what I wanted to tell you. And with these characters, what kind of combination would be best is I wrapped it up on an Excel. Sorry, some characters are in Japanese, but this is toughness. So on top where it says Kazuo, it's the new Kazuo. He does forward and AM plus toughness type 15%, or if you're not forward or OMF, but if you're toughness, you still get 10, right? And below that is 2018 Hyuga, is Japan toughness 15 or just toughness 5. And below that is Ishizaki 2018. It's the same with Hyuga. And underneath that is 2018 Chester. It's almost like the same as Hyuga and Ishizaki, but it's European, right? And below that is Natureza, who does South American plus toughness 15 or just toughness 10. So the South American characters, national team characters, were really good in terms of team skill. So it's like that, right? Those are the characters that has 15 or something. Well, when something is type, so it's toughness. It's not European or like South America, right? So these are the characters for toughness. And okay, let me just move on. I have many things written underneath, but just skip that for now. And as for skill type, there's the new Masao, who does forward OMF plus skill type 15 or just skill type 10. Or underneath that is 2018 Kazuo, who did Japanese skill type 15 or just skill type 5. And Tsubasa is the same, and underneath that is 2018 Schneider, who did almost the same, but just not Japanese, but European. And underneath that is Alberto, who did South American skill type 15 or just skill 10. And then what toughness didn't have is Urabe, which does DMF or DM 15% regardless of the color or type, or skill type 10. This is really strong. I have this on my global account. I use him. I could only use him on bench, but still I can't get rid of him. I have to have him on bench. That's how important he is. Yeah. And plus, it's not as strong, but Levin, he does European plus skill 15 or just skill 7, right? With toughness, there wasn't any like that, right? Either Urabe or Levin. There wasn't any. When Levin and Napoleon came, for toughness, it was Robson, who had like completely different team skill. Yeah, I don't know why, but they collab differentiates team skills per type. So yeah, that's what happened. And then let's move on to agility. Agility on top is the new Matsuyama, who does OMF DMF or AM DM plus agility 15 or just agility 10, right? Underneath that is 2018 Misaki and Misugi, who does Japanese plus agility 15 or just agility 5, right? And underneath that is Kautz, who does around the same as Misugi and Misaki, but European. And then comes Santana, who does South American plus agility 15 or just agility 10. And from here is something new. It's Grande, who does Defender 15 regardless of the color, or Agility 10. It's like Urabe, but Defender type, right? But Agility has more. It has Yumikura, who does OMF 15 or Agility 10. So it has even more than skill. And on top of this, it's not as strong, but like Levin, agility has Napoleon, who does European plus agility 15 or just agility 7. So by looking at these, right, of course you have to have these good characters in order for you to construct this good combination of team skills. But imagining that we have all this, I would say agility is better than any other type. And here underneath here is the combination I made. So if you use the new Matsuyama and Yumikura and Santana together, this will be 3 slots, right? It's gonna be OMF South American characters 45% boost with Matsuyama, Yumikura. They both do 15% for OMF or AM, that is for global. That's already 30 with 2 slots. And on top of this, Santana does 15 to South American, right? That's 45 plus DMF South American characters will still get 40, okay? And other position that's South American gets 35, and AM other characters that's not South American gets 40 because Matsuyama gives 15, Yumikura gives 15, that's 30, and Santana gives 10 for non-South American characters. That's 40, right? And DMF or DM that's not South American gets 35. And other than these, anyone that's not neither South American nor OMF or DMF still gets 30. Still gets 30 because all 3 of these characters give 10%, even though they don't fit the better team skill part. Yeah, so you still get 30. 30 is like we've been playing this game the whole time with 30 at max, right? But with agility type, 30 is like minimum now. Well, like I said, if you have, let's say we have this, right? So this is super strong, man. 45% boost is like 1.5 times the strength, almost. You know? This is insane. This is insane. That's why I'm telling you, Matsuyama is really strong. With Matsuyama and Yumikura put together, they will give 45% boost. Really, this is crazily strong. And when it comes to skill type, right, it's not as strong because skill type does have Urabe, who does 15 to DMF. And if you put like the new Masao plus Tsubasa and Urabe put together using 3 slots for the team skill, it'll be forward, AM, and DM Japanese characters will have 40% because the new Masao will give 15 to forward and AM, and Tsubasa will give 15 to Japanese, that's 30, and then Urabe will give 15 to DM. That's 45 for DM, and Urabe, if you're not DM, you still get 10, so that's 40 for forward, AM, DM, Japanese. Okay, and then other position Japanese characters will still get 35, and forward AM, DM non-Japanese characters will get 30, and other position non-Japanese characters will get 25. So you see, unlike the agility type, which had the minimum at least 30%, skill type will have to go down to 25 if you do this combination. But if you look at the below, where I use the new Masao plus Urabe and Alberto, then the minimum will be 30 because these 3 characters will at least give 10 each. Yeah, even if the character doesn't fit these characters a better better team skill part. So if this is the combination you're using, it'll be forward, AM, DM, South American getting 40% boost, and other positions South American will still get 35, and then forward, AM, DM non-South American characters will get 35, and non-South American characters that's not in any of these positions will still get 30. Yeah, so this is not bad, but look at agility. It gives 45 at max, and you still get 30 minimum. See, you can't do that with skill type. You just can't. So, well, you can, of course, if you do like Masao, the new Masao, and 2018 Kazuo and 2018 Tsubasa, it'll give 45 to forward or AM Japanese characters, but it only goes to Japanese, right? And it's not easy to use 11 all characters Japanese. So, but if you put any non-Japanese characters, if you're using that combination, which I'm about to tell in toughness type explanation, the non-Japanese characters will go down to 20, like you see here. See, for toughness, I try to make using the new Kazuo plus 2018 Hyuga and 2018 Ishizaki. Then the Japanese forward OMF will be super strong, 45. Yes, that's true. But then if you look below, non-Japanese that doesn't fit forward or OMF or AM will go down to 20. And even if they're forward or AM, you still go down to 25. Although the top tier characters, Japanese characters, will be around 40 to 45, the bottom part will be 25 to 20. There's no in between number, the 30s. There's no 30% in this combination. So it really depends on what kind of character you have. But let's say you've been raising Fest Napoleon because he used to be really strong. He still is, but But if you use this combination, this Napoleon will only get 25% boost, right? This is not good. This is not gonna look good from now on. I think you have to try to aim to boost as much as possible, and yeah, it's gonna be harder for toughness and skill compared to agility, because agility has so many characters that have good team skills compared to the others. Yeah, and on the bottom, I try to do the new Kazuo plus Hyuga and Natureza. It's always better to use South American national team characters if you have one, because it only goes down to 10. Yeah, unlike the Japanese or European who goes down to 5. That's big. So I prefer to use the South American, and if that happens, it will be forward and OMF Japanese will be 40%. It won't be 45, it'll go down to 40, but then on the other hand, the minimum will no longer be 20. You'll still have 25 because Natureza is here. Yeah. So, and other position Japanese characters will get 35, and forward AM South American will get 35. Other positions South American will get 30. Forward OMF non-Japanese nor South American will get 30, and any non-Japanese nor South American in other positions then forward or AM will get 25. Yeah. So in this case, Napoleon will get 30%. That's not bad, right? So I would prefer this than the top, but it really depends on how many Japanese characters you have that's really strong. Yeah, if you have many toughness Japanese that's super strong, like the recent Nita, Hyuga, Ishizaki, Wakabayashi, of course, and I don't know who, but Tsubasa 2018, stuff like that. If you have like more than 7 or 8, then you might want to go with the top. But for those who don't, I would recommend you to go for the bottom. Of course, you have to have Natureza, but if you do. But anyways, my point was, if you compare these per type, I think agility is the best, right? Because you could give 45% to OMF, South American, who could be like Fes Riverwall, Fes Natureza, and that strong Tsubasa who has a push diving header. That Tsubasa is not South American, so he can't get 45, but still he will still get 40. With Yumikura and Matsuyama, it's already 30, and Santana will give 10. That's 40 for Tsubasa, and you get 45 to Natureza and River Wool, who are already super strong. And you might want to get rid of Tsubasa, and you could also instead put Diaz, for example. He could get 45, right? So it's just really good, this agility type team skill. So that was my point. Although this time's Matsuyama look worse than the Tachibana twin, you don't have to be so upset if you get it, I think. He's not bad, first of all, of course, because his passive, although it's a high baller which doesn't directly boost Matsuyama's stats, it could be useful to pass it to characters like Hisho, or like the Chinese guy, right, with the header, and who else? The Hyuga, for those who have it, who has I forgot the name, but you were able to buy it at the shop, right? Or who else is there? That's a high baller. Santana, yeah. So these characters could be very useful with Matsuyama's high baller plus S rank Eagle pass, and I assume the breakdown will be weighted to pass because his main skill is pass. So I think he's gonna be a great passer for those who have these high baller characters, forward characters. Yeah, but either way, his team skill is just OP, and if you combine that with Yumikura for those who have him, or Santana, your team is gonna be really strong for sure. So even if you're going with agility, don't think that this Matsuyama is really bad. It's good. The team skill is good. So yeah, I personally think, I don't know, it's really up to you guys, but I personally think it's really worth going after this time's transfer, whatever the color. So yeah, that was my point, and that's why I decided to do this team skill session for this time. So I hope you liked the video. Please do leave comments if you have any questions about the team skills construction or anything. Yeah, and please do subscribe and hit the like button to support me so that you'll know that when I upload a new video, it's there. Yep. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my future video.